Hello, welcome to Fasting Faithfully. If this is your first time here, I'm just a mom and I've been losing weight through intermittent fasting. And this week marks for me my 6-month journey, if you want to call it, my 6-month mark since I started intermittent fasting, which is nuts to think about. I don't feel like that much time has passed since I've decided to try and lose weight this way, so it's just kind of weird for me to think about. I am currently outside with my son because it is nearly 80 degrees today, which is amazing, and it's actually really windy, and so I'm sorry if you can hear that through the camera microphone, but considering it's hot today, it's nice to have the breeze because I am a sweater and I hate sweating, so now I don't have to sweat as much. But I realize that can be irritating to some people watching the video, so hopefully you don't mind it too much hearing that in the background. Today's video, I kind of wanted to talk about my feelings as far as how fasting has gone for me. Mainly wanted to talk about like what I've learned and how I'm going to change it up moving forward. So if you didn't know, I have officially lost 55 pounds on intermittent fasting. And I have actually gained back 5 pounds of that. Well, I shouldn't even say gained back because my weight for the last 2 months has been bouncing between 225 to 230. I keep like losing and regaining the same 5 pounds, which I'll address in a little bit through this video. But that's just where I'm at. But still, that's an amazing accomplishment, I feel like, on its own. And that puts me about halfway to my health and fitness goals. It allowed me to fit into clothes that I have not fit into in 4+ years. I wore my first pair of jeans in the last 5 years recently because of intermittent fasting. It is the longest diet or way of eating, however you want to say that or look at it, I've ever been able to accomplish, I've ever been able to consistently stick to. And so that is an accomplishment for myself in so many levels, considering before this I had been dieting for about 5 years and couldn't stick to anything longer than 2 weeks. It has lowered my blood pressure and my cholesterol levels even from my last doctor's visit, so that's really awesome. It's allowed me to start a YouTube channel and kind of share my ups and downs and meet strangers from around the world and connect with them on this frustration of weight loss and but also the triumph of what fasting can do for everyone. But the biggest thing I would say that it has given me back my self-worth in my eyes and like my self-confidence, not so much in like the way my body looks, but like my belief in myself and knowing that I'm going to reach my goal weight and I'm doing the thing and I'm sticking to it and I can do this. I can have self-discipline. I can have self-motivation. I do have self-restraint in me when I choose to have that and to work through it and to just believe in myself. And that's something that I never thought I would get back, but also like that I'll forever be grateful for. This way of eating is giving me back a piece of me that I thought was gone and that I had destroyed through bad habits. So that all being said, I will say the last few months, and you guys have seen it on camera, a lot of the meaner people that watch my channel pointed out my weight loss has slowed down and even come to a halt, really. Like I said, I'm like gaining and losing the same 5 pounds. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I've learned over the last 6 months that do and don't work for me, and how I guess I'm changing that moving forward and how I'm integrating intermittent fasting moving forward. The second thing that I've really discovered that I think is holding me up is I cannot fast for long periods of time. So what I mean by that is my ultimate goal when I first started this was to get to OMAD, because I saw all these people losing weight on OMAD. I saw it working for other people. I just thought, yes, like that is the intermittent fasting level I want to get to. I know that's going to work, and that's what I've been working my way up to. But what I have found is that the longer I do longer fasts days, like several days in a row, the more I overeat, the more I don't focus on nutrition, the more I'm just like cramming things in my mouth when it is my eating window, because I'm just so hungry by the time my eating window comes around that I don't care. So I find that, not that I never want to do longer fasts, but I find that if I just do like 1 or 2 long fasts each week and then stick to a consistent like 16 to 17 hour fast and then a longer eating window, I get more nutrition in, I don't overeat, I eat less junk, and overall it just, I feel better. So that's something that I'm definitely wanting to change and implement, is doing shorter fasting and not worrying so much, I guess, about the fasting window, because I'm getting to the point where I think that fasting has run its course, which is my next point. Obviously, I love intermittent fasting. I wouldn't be making this video, I wouldn't be sticking with it if I didn't. But intermittent fasting is a tool. And that's something that a lot of you pointed out. And again, I wasn't ready to hear that. I think we're all on our own journeys of like self-acceptance. So like, if any person overweight, and I hope most of you can relate to this when I say this, they don't want to hear what they're doing is wrong. They don't want to know that the food that they love to eat and have eaten their entire life, they can no longer eat, or they can only have it in certain occasions. And so it's really hard to hear about changing your diet and stuff. And so for the longest time, you guys have known, I've just really been focusing on my fasting and trying to get that down and not really worrying about my diet. And the thing is that only can get you to a certain point. And I feel like I have come to that crossing, is that I've relied only on intermittent fasting as long as that I can. I see a lot of intermittent fasters who can eat whatever they want. I know, what is it called? Fasting foodie Jackie. I know she doesn't like count calories or whatever, but she also does OMAD. So, and that's something I just admitted and I tried and I can't do. I can't stick to that. So I think in certain circumstances it can work by just fasting, but for me, that's just something I'm discovering. And I notice like a lot of people don't talk about that. So that's just something, like I said, that I'm sharing, that I'm noticing that I need to start working on my diet, and I need to start figuring out food that works for me and a way of eating that works for me, along with my fasting, which is my next point. People, dietitians, doctors, whatever, they're like, oh, restriction doesn't work, that's why you're not losing weight. And no honey, let me tell you, I am a person who needs restriction. I'm a person who needs boundaries, because when it comes to food and it comes to sugar, if you give me an inch, I'm gonna take a mile. I do not trust myself. I hope to eventually get to a point where I can, but at this current point and at my current weight and the weight I was before I started this, I already knew I had a food problem, right? So it makes no sense to tell me that restricting myself doesn't work when I already, like, I don't have boundaries, and I don't trust myself around food, and I don't have a healthy relationship with food. I've never been taught how to eat. I've never learned how to cook properly. I'm learning all that as I go along. You guys have seen that, and I feel like I'm making good strides at it. But at the end of the day, like, I am a person who needs restriction. So I'm kidding myself when I think that I can just fast and not restrict what I'm eating, right? It makes no sense. It's never worked for me. I don't have that body type. I don't have those genetics. And so that needs to change. So I am going to be doing kind of like a type of fast up until our vacation. We have like 10 days up until our water park vacation. So I'm going to get to that point and just kind of do a fast that I know will work and help me lose some bloat. But after that, I have decided I'm going to really kind of seek out what way of eating is going to be best for me long term. What way of eating is going to help me to not feel like I'm dieting and will be sustainable. And that's really my next endeavor. It's something, it's long overdue. But I don't want to start anything obviously with vacation right around the corner. But that's something that is going to be my next step, is implementing those shorter fasts and figuring out, like I said, a way of eating that I can sustain, that is healthy and nutritional, and is going to really heal my body from everything that I caused it. Again, I really apologize for the wind. I realize how bad it is, but honestly, if I did not film this now, it wasn't going to get filmed or uploaded. So hope that you can substitute the bad audio for at least the video getting put out. But that's gonna be it for my 6-month kind of update and realization. If anything, I hope you can take from my mistakes and learn from them and move forward. I hope my videos are still encouraging to you, and we'll just keep on keeping on. We're gonna continue this journey, and I can't wait to see where my weight's at in the next 6 months. So that's gonna be it for today's video, and I will catch everybody in the next one. Bye.